New at 6 weeks after a fire at the RA Gray building in downtown Tallahassee, state workers are speaking out concerned about conditions there. We were on scene July 9th as fire crews worked the fire, which spread through the second and third story walls. The building is home to the Department of State, including the State Archive and Elections Office, which we reported were both spared from any major damage. But two employees we're talking with say lingering odors have made working in the building difficult. Some employees, they say, have gotten lightheaded trying to work. Meanwhile, they say work from home requests are being denied by leadership. One employee who asked to remain anonymous out of fears of losing their job wants department leadership to take action.
Send everybody home for the foreseeable future. Make sure that the building is cleared out. Give us a few weeks. We wait till the air quality tests come back and you can prove to everybody and show to everybody that it is safe to be in this building, and then have everyone come back.
The Department of State is moving concerned employees to other facilities in town to work at. In the meantime, the spokesperson added, quote, "We are working with Department of Management Services to ensure that there are no long-term issues caused by the fire," end quote. That spokesperson also told WCTV work from home options aren't needed in this case because of those other facilities available.